is Russ. I'm back out on the road again. Yeah, I was debating whether I was going to go riding today. But then something kicked me over the edge where I had to go out and ride. Clear my head. So I'm back out on the Rad Rover 5 today. As I mentioned on my previous videos, the Magicycle Cruiser is down for the count. Yeah, we're just waiting for a part to come in so I can finally install the new hydraulic front fork. Yeah, let's turn here. We haven't gone this way in a while. Yeah, one simple little part. But apparently they forgot to put it in the box. And so they have to send it to me. But it's coming from China. So it's going to take a while. Yeah, I don't know how long it takes to get a part from China. But yeah, it was one small little easy part. Probably cost like 10 cents or something. It's going to cost them more to ship it to me than the part is worth. But hey, we'll take it. That's okay. I haven't given the Rad Rover much love lately. I figured time to take it out, right? Besides, I have to exercise the batteries every now and then. The last ride I did, we went to Bussy. We picked up Chinese food. But I was using the battery that was mounted directly on the Rad Rover. You know, I don't take that battery off the bike because it's in the garage and it's velcroed in and then zip tied in as well. So I figured I better give the other battery a try, keep it moving. It's not good to store the batteries in fully powered state for that long and not use it. So we're using the other battery. Yeah, so this bike is loaded down. I'm telling you, this bike is so heavy. Just leaning it to the side to get on it, I felt like I couldn't keep it up. I felt like I was going to go down. You know, I always lean it on my left-hand side where my weakened leg is, which is probably not the smartest way to do it. You probably swing that leg over, but I'm used to supporting myself on the left leg and swinging my right leg over. It's always been the way I've done it since I learned how to ride a bike. So yeah, I felt like, man, I'm gonna drop this bike. So, good morning. So anyway, the bike is definitely well over 100-something pounds. I mean, I think the published weight on the Rad Rover 5 was 67 pounds, including their battery. Yeah, I removed their battery. Now I have two really heavy triangle batteries on it. I've got the Ebikes bike lock here. I've got front and rear racks. I got a pannier that has a lot of tools in there. Yeah, it's easily over 100. I would say it wouldn't be impossible to be 110 pounds at this point. Yeah, you can feel it. It makes the bike a little more sluggish, but the motor is able to do it. And as we know, you know, they claim a 750 watt motor, but I don't really believe that. Morning. Yeah, those are really well-behaved dogs. So yeah, we're taking that bike out. So why do I need to clear my head? Well, you know, what I like to do a lot of times is I'll wake up, I'll read your comments, the comments that happened overnight. You know, because the channel reaches out to beyond, you know, our local area. It goes throughout the United States and throughout the world. And there's people in the UK who will watch it and other places. I think the UK, Canada and the UK are probably the two countries that see Russ's Right most compared to maybe other countries. But yeah, I tend to look at the comments first, answer as many as I can, and then, good morning, then I go about my day, right? So yeah, this morning I saw a couple comments from the same person, kind of bashing Magicycle. Yeah, okay, I understand there's people who have their, you know, something didn't go right maybe with their bike or something, or Maybe they had a damage, maybe they had a warranty issue that didn't resolve the way they would like. And sometimes, people get upset, so they type things in. And I left it. Yeah, I didn't do anything about it. Many of those things, sometimes I'll just leave it. I don't edit that out. I only edit out things when people get mean, or if they do personal attacks, or if you insult me. If you insult me, yeah, you're gonna pay the price, right? All right. He doesn't hear anything. I'm gonna go to the right. There was more room on the right than to the left. The one on the left has more of an incline. I didn't want to be on the incline, so I passed on the right. Typically, you would pass on the left. But he had earbuds on. Dogs are taking up the entire path. And I didn't feel like staying behind the entire time. So, yeah, I had to make a pass. Yeah, we're not going anywhere special today. We're just going to ride around the neighborhoods and talk. So anyways, this person who seemed to have an issue with Magicycle was telling me that, they made bad decisions on how they designed the bike. They continue to make bad decisions on how they designed the bike. Their warranty, although stated as 2 years, isn't 2 years. It's only 3 months. Okay, so right there, I immediately knew, and you'll know who you are if you watch the video. Yeah, by the way, you've been banned. You cannot comment on my videos anymore. And yeah, usually I think when I ban people, those are the guys that give you thumbs down. I mean, there's one person I know gives me a thumbs down almost immediately once the video comes out. Tells me he doesn't really watch the video, he's just going to give me a thumbs down. I don't know why people do that. Yeah, so anyway, let me tell you the story here, because you're never going to be able to read what he said, so I'm going to tell it to you here. So he was against Magicycle, he was against the warranties. He says that they didn't do them right, is essentially what it sounds like. And he didn't like how they designed things and how their decisions to keep with a small chain ring when others are moving to larger chain rings. And companies will make decisions on what they feel like they need to do. I commented back. I said that sometimes maybe it could be a legal reason. Because really, if you think about it, the bikes are designed for 20 miles an hour. That's really the legal limit here in the United States, and 28 if you're class 3. But he felt that they all should come with the bigger chain rings because it's up to you how you pedal. You get more speed if you want. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I didn't argue it. I let it go. But then he started to come into me. And when you come into me and start insulting me, that's another story. Then I take it personally. All right. Yeah, and then I'm gonna ban you. I've said that before. If you start insulting the subscribers, or you insult me, then yeah, you're gonna be banned. So the insult basically was, he says, I understand that you're making commissions when they sell a Magicycle bike with the affiliate link and all that. He says, but you're promoting a company that's doing wrong, essentially. That's designing wrong. They don't warranty their product, blah blah blah. And that although I seem like a nice person, obviously I'm not, because I'm promoting products that are not right. Well, I don't think I'm promoting products that aren't right. I actually like my Magicycle. I do. And there's a lot of people who do as well. So what, I'm going to stop promoting a brand because you had an issue with it? I don't think so. I don't think so. Or let's say the same logic would go to if you bought a car and the car didn't go well, you didn't like that car, you're never going to buy that brand again. So that means everybody selling that brand is doing wrong. Let's say you didn't like Ford, for instance. You didn't like Ford Motor Company for whatever reason. Okay. So then everybody who promotes or sells Ford is wrong? I don't think so. So anyways, if you insult me, you insult my subscribers, you insult the companies that I represent, yeah, I'm going to have to ban you. I've got no choice. Now, you may say you have a choice, you can just leave it, but why would I want that negativity on my channel? I wouldn't want that. I don't enjoy it, and I'm sure people reading it don't enjoy it either. So yeah, when that happens, down you go. All right. Hopefully you don't go leaving me thumbs down, but if I start seeing additional thumbs down, I know it is. Yeah, I can pretty much tell you that there's usually like 2 or 3 thumbs down on every video I make. Of course, we don't count all the thumbs up that are numbered in 100 or more sometimes. So I really kind of think those thumbs down come from people who are disgruntled, either against the Russ is Right channel or whatever we're selling. I don't know, whatever it is. They have issues. So sorry you have issues. Sorry you had other problems with the brands and stuff. But yeah, I can't leave you on there to continue to spew hatred. So away you go. Sorry to see you go. They won't be gone. Some of them will still watch, try to leave a comment, but they're going to find they can't do it anymore. It's the problem when stuff like that happens. Nobody wins when you leave stuff like that. Really, nobody does. All right. I think the gentleman in front of me might have an e-bike. I don't see him pedaling, so I think he might. Don't know what kind it is. I will say this, I do miss the full hydraulic brake. Yeah, I think he has a Jetson that he's riding, one of those small bikes that you get at Costco. I'm watching, he just turned right. Yeah, I don't know if this light is going to trigger or not. I have a car behind me. Hopefully he'll trigger it for us. He wants to turn, but we can't really turn with him there, so I'm going to let him turn. I'm going to move over and let him turn. We'll move over and let him turn. I'm going to go down this way. Let's see where this goes. I think this should bring me back to the path. I didn't want to block him. The guy was trying to turn right, but of course with my bike there. Oh, okay, this is going to bring us right back to the 3-mile path. Yeah, let's take it. We're just riding for the sake of riding anyways. Like I said, I just want to get the battery a little bit of exercise. Yeah, so, you know, those type of comments kind of mess up your day when you read them. My wife says, stop reading the comments. Yeah, I can't. It's my interactions with you guys. So I read them, yeah. A lot of them I just get rid of real quickly. I mean, if they're like porn sites, there's a lot of porn site stuff that comes up. YouTube blocks it automatically anyway, and I have to go in there and clear it all out. And then there's, here, let me tell you real quickly things you cannot do when you make a comment. Because it'll block you before I even have a chance to do anything, okay? If you put links to other outside sites, it'll put it on hold for me to review. All right. So if you post something and say, "Hey Russ, take a look at this," and then you link a YouTube channel or something, all right, and then you wonder what happened to my comment. All right, that's because YouTube has already put it in the blocked area for me to review. Because sometimes people put links to things that you don't want to have the link going to. So when I see it and I see it's just like a YouTube video for some other YouTuber or something like that, yeah, then I usually just approve it and it goes on. So it could take a day. Sometimes we don't see those blocked comments right away. or sometimes I don't look at that section of the blocked areas right away. It could take me a day before I finally find it there, and then I'll approve it, and then it'll get on there eventually. And once I approve it, sometimes you may not find me responding back to you, because once I hit the check mark that says approved, it goes off into the date that it was actually first written, and that could be so far down the line of all the other comments that I can't find it anymore to make a comment back to you. So just know that if you don't see something back from me, it could very well be because of that factor. All right. And of course, you use any 4-letter word or anything that's offensive wording, they will automatically block that as well. And let's go around here. We'll avoid the 3-mile path. We've done that so many times. We do this all the time too, but hey, let's just do this. So yeah, any of those type of things that you might find offensive or might be questionable, that YouTube thinks is questionable, will go right into a holding zone where I have to review it to decide whether I let it through or whether I don't. So the best thing, and to make my life easier, avoid the 4-letter words. You can find other ways of saying it and get your point across. It's probably going to come in pretty quickly. The minute you put a 4-letter word or something similar to that that's offensive, it goes into the holding zone. All right, and then I got to review it and all that. So everybody has to put a little effort then when that happens. So, and a lot of that, of course, comes from brand new people watching the channel. They don't know the rule, so they just say what they say, and then the next thing you know, I've got to deal with it. Let me answer a few other comments that came in. One person asked me if I knew a way to make the Magicycle faster. I appreciated your comment. I was so tempted to comment to say, yeah, pedal harder. Yeah, that's a lot tougher. That's a tougher answer to answer that way, huh? That would do it. You pedal harder, the Magicycle is going to go quicker. All bikes will go quicker. No, he's asking, can you modify the bike somehow to be able to make it go faster? Magicycle can do 28 miles an hour, but I know some people want to go even faster than that. I would suppose if you went to like the 52T, see, I didn't even say teeth, 52T chainring size, and then you pedaled harder, yeah, you would go faster. I never did that change for that purpose though. I made that change to stop the ghost pedaling. I really don't want to go too much faster than 28 miles an hour, even though at times I feel like I should, just to avoid some of the cars out on the road. But I really don't feel comfortable going that fast, because I know that if my bike slips and I go down, I'm going to hurt more than if I was going 15 miles an hour, right? So, another person said that he worries that once I get the Area 13 Blackbird bike, I need to be extra careful. It's true, yeah. That bike will go faster from published reports. I think some people were saying 30, some were saying 32 miles an hour. I think you have to really pump the pedals pretty hard, maybe, to get that to do that. I don't think they're talking just throttling. It'll go that fast, will it? I don't know. We'll see. No, I don't really intend to do it that way. These guys are playing pickleball. Yeah, all these tennis courts are turning into pickleball courts. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's move on. Yeah, I know that bike can go pretty fast. Like I said, I kind of always looked at Area 13 bikes, formerly Bolton Ebikes bikes, as like customized bikes. I'm not talking about the bikes that they sell that, like Aventon or other brands. I'm talking about their own brand of bikes. I kind of see their bikes as things that are are bikes where people said, well, what if I took this frame, added this to it, added that to it, you know, changing parts. I kind of see their bikes as kind of like that. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but it just seems like their brand offers quite a bit of higher regarded components. I'm searching for words. I think there was one video that Kyle made that said something like, you know, it's kind of like the things that you always, or somebody else said, maybe somebody else said that. It's like things that you would always like to be able to put on your bike. Like if you were going to buy a bike and then just keep upgrading the bike to put this on it and put that on it. Well, that bike has it all on it. It basically has the stuff on it that you probably would have made the changes. You know, dropper seat post, better derailleur and shifter, better brakes, and you know, that kind of thing. So yeah, he said, be careful with that bike. yeah, I know. I really don't intend to, you know, ride it crazily. Even if the bikes have the ability to do it, I probably would not do it. It's just like the scooter, right? The Varla scooter. That thing does 40 miles an hour. I didn't do it at 40 miles an hour. I did a review on it. I didn't test it to 40 miles an hour. I don't know if it does it. I'm not gonna go that fast. I think the fastest I hit was a top speed of close to 25 miles an hour. And it was probably for a very short time at that. So yeah, I don't intend to ride crazy. Just because something has the ability to do it doesn't mean I'm gonna do it. Now, I will make probably one additional modification to the Area 13 bike down the road. Not initially, but maybe down the road. I may cut into the electrical system, change out the plugs from XT60 to XT90s. I'm thinking he has XT60s on there. Everything I have is set up on XT90, so I'll just swap out the plugs. That's no big deal. It's just a soldering. And then be able to put one of the triangle batteries in the rear rack, which would give me 16 amp hours on his battery, 20 more amp hours on the triangle battery, give me 36 amp hours, so I can go further then. Maybe I won't take it to like Botanic Gardens, you know, like a 60-mile ride. I'll take it a little bit closer, but then I won't have any range anxiety at all. I think the minute I have a double battery system, I feel a lot better. That, of course, adds weight to the back end. There's no basket option, unfortunately, on that bike. So I'll probably have to add something like panniers to it so I can carry tools and things. Yeah, these bikes, they do look a little intimidating. I was looking at this Rad Rover as I hopped on it, and I said, I can see why people, you know, might look negatively to you towards your bike, because your bike looks intimidating. Yeah, it's kind of a monstrous looking bike, quite frankly, with everything I have on it. I find a spot, I'll pull over, I'll let you guys see the bike, because you haven't seen the bike in a while. We'll take a right over here. We'll head back towards one of those paths. I can pull off a little bit, let you see it. Just going around in circles here. Oh, here. It was another interesting thing. You know, I get a lot of comments about stops and things, right? So one comment asked me, says, how many stops do you think, how many stops do you think you have blown through? My answer was a lot. Those were from videos from last year. Then, of course, I gave them the link to why I pass stop signs the way I do, because of my weakened leg and falling and all that type of thing. I don't know if he'll be happy with that answer anyways. Anyway. So yeah, at times I just want to say what I want to say. You know, I mean, you hear that so many times that, you know, now the sarcastic part of me comes out, and then I have to come up with answers like that. You know, if you knew me in person, you would know that I laugh at everything, I joke at everything, I'm sarcastic at a lot of things. So yeah, it's just the way I am. That's the way it is. I mean, if you don't have fun, what good is it, right? You gotta have fun at what you do. I'm always laughing and joking around. I don't take a whole lot of things too seriously. The only thing I think I take seriously is when you insult me. If you insult me, you insult my subscribers, you insult my channel, you insult my the companies I help represent by reviewing their products and things. Yeah, then you're gonna get me mad. All right, let's pull over here. Then the other side of Russ comes out. I just want to pull up a little bit further up so that if people come on the path, they don't run into me or something. All right, let me get off here. Yeah, I gotta lean over the bike a little bit in order to do things. Let's do that. I have to take the audio recorder with me, otherwise I can't move around. All right, let's show you what the bike looks like now. I think with the sun, maybe better on this side. Yeah, it might be a better option. Try to grab the camera, let you see what the bike looks like now. Yeah, it looks loaded down, don't you think? Yeah, I would say it's kind of an intimidating looking bike. Now that Area 13 Blackbird's gonna look pretty intimidating too, because it's a black bike, and from my understanding, that frame is pretty tall. Maybe I should have done the 24-inch instead of the 26-inch tires on that bike. The step over height, there was one video that came out from someone. They said, they probably measure it from here, but really when you hop off of a seat, you're really touching up here. So really that's a higher amount. So if they measured down here and it was 32 inches, that's going to be higher, in which case then that frame might be too big for me, which would be a problem. But yeah, you can see, if you came down the road, you saw this thing coming at you, or from the side. Yeah, the bike looks kind of dusty. Needs a cleaning. I'm telling you, these bikes get really dirty fast. Road dust and everything just gets on there, and I don't even take the big trails. It's been a while since I've cleaned off the bike. All right, let's reattach ourselves here. So I put all this stuff in here, the hood, the recorder. That's probably more cable than I need. Let me stick it in here more. Yeah, I kind of need that on this side. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, I always lean it to this side, swing my leg over. So yeah, you can kind of understand why people look at the bike and they may feel a little intimidated by it. I think one comment I saw at one of the online Facebook groups, somebody said that somebody told them, "You're scaring the kids with that bike." You're scaring the kids with that bike. Well, maybe it's scaring the lady who made the comment. So this bike has 3,169 miles on it. At the end of last year, riding season year, let's just take the streets. Probably should have went the other way. The bike had a little over 2,600 miles. So you can see I only put, 569 miles maybe on it since then. But I've been riding other bikes. I've been riding the Magicycle bike. That still hasn't even broken 1,000 miles. I really have not ridden that much this year in comparison to last year. I mean, we have a video coming out every single day, it seems, right? Except for Sundays, as much as I can, except for Sundays. And still, I've ridden less, I think, this year than I did last year. That's okay. We could only do what we can do. If the weather holds you back, too hot, I don't like to ride when it's hot. It's gonna get a little warmer today. What time is it right now? 10:11 right now. This is what's today? I lose track of days and time. It's a Wednesday today. Let's get some water here. Drying out already. Yeah, I'll tell you, since being retired, just doing these YouTube videos, I've lost track of everything. I don't know what day things are. I don't know what date thing it is. I don't know what's going on. It's probably because I don't have major appointments of things coming up that I have to do. Like if you were working at a company, you got to keep track of your appointments, business meetings, things like that. I don't have any of that going on. So I do what I want to do when I want to do it, and then I forget about the date and time. I will say that the summer seems to have gone by too fast for me. It's already 24th of August today as I'm recording this. I'm ahead of you guys again, by the way. So by the time you see this, all this stuff occurred a week and a half or so ago as you're watching this video. I need to be ahead of you because of the possibilities of when I can't go out riding. I need to have videos ready for you. So it's one of the drawbacks I don't really like to do, but I have to do to make sure that we have videos to watch. Like, I announced the Area 13 thing, and that would have been like a week and a half or so ago by the time you see the video about it. Most of you guys already know about it because you've already watched that video from Area 13. So it feels like it's old news then, right? That's the things I regret about it. But as far as the ride itself, obviously it could be any time. In fact, during the winter months when I won't be able to ride, and I've announced that before, that I will not be taking my bike out in the winter months. To keep things going for our channel, I will be running videos that I've already ridden before and has already been published, probably in the upper corner as I sit and talk about various e-bike issues in the studio. I figured that was the easiest way to deal with it, because try as I might to stockpile videos in advance, like I said, I can't do it. It's just too much to do. What about on the review front? Okay, well, surprisingly, they're all coming in at the same time, roughly. All right, we already know there's 3 Magicycle bikes coming in for review. That's a for sure thing. So the commuter bike, the Jaguar Rundy, the Ocelot Pro, they're all coming my way. It's been confirmed I will be getting them all. And then another brand bike is debuting their bike, I think. I don't think they're even on the market yet. And so they had contacted me a while ago asking if I would review their bike, and I'd never heard of the brand, quite frankly. I said, who are these guys? But they had an interesting design. I said, yeah, okay, I'll try it. I'll give them a shake, fair shake. It may not be the type that I would normally buy. Initially, it would be some other type. But I think it might have some merit for some others. So Yeah, even the new Magicycle commuter bike, I had my doubts whether it would be something I would get myself. Because, I mean, we all know I prefer this type of style bike, right? The big cruiser bikes. Come on, this is how I even got involved with Magicycle, is the big bike. And then now they have this commuter bike, which may not necessarily be my preference style of bike, right? But yet, they want me to review it. They want me to see what it is and to give my honest opinion on it. So I got to look at it with an open mind. In that sense, we know it's coming in, and I've already expressed to them that I said, what if I don't I don't connect with this bike? What if it's something that I don't really like as much? He says, well, you look at it, you tell them as it is. So yeah, that's why I work with them. They let me say what I want to say. But so far, everything I've said has been positive because I really like their bike. Well, I like this other bike. Style-wise, it may not be the type of bike I would prefer, but if it has merit, if it functions, if it does what it's supposed to do, at the price point it is for the market it's intended for, then yeah, I got to report on it, right? So 3 Magicycle bikes are coming. One very soon, by the way. It'll be probably be the commuter bike will be the first one coming in. That's the one that they say on their website is slated to come in first out of the 3. And then the other bike brand that's coming that's relatively new to the marketplace. And that bike is also a different style of bike. We got the Area 13 bike. I don't know if he shipped that out or he hasn't yet. I know that usually a lot of their bikes are pre-order type things. I don't know if he has any in stock he can ship right away, but even if it took a while, I'm okay with that at this point. It's kind of stacking up. I can't ride them all and do the best job if they all come in at the same time. That bike's coming in. So yeah, we've got 5 bikes confirmed. 5 bikes confirmed coming in. So how many bikes have I gone through then? Well, we have had 5 bikes already, one of which got sold to a friend. That's the KBO got sold to a friend, and 5 more coming in. So we would have gone through 10 bikes with 9 that I'll be holding for a while. Now you might be asking, why do you need so many bikes? Well, it's not whether I need it or not. That's what's being offered to me to do the reviews and things. But the question is why don't you just sell them after you do the review? Yeah, I can't do that. I can't do it. I got to play with these toys for a while. Not because of contractual things. It's just me. I got to play with them. You give me a toy to play with, I'm going to play with it for a while before I get rid of it. So now we got to house all these things, and that's where the problem will happen. Like I said, I'll probably have to clear out my office and stick them in the office. Maybe stick about 6 of the bikes in the office. Yeah, it's going to eat up the whole space. Oh, and then we got the Varla scooter in there too. Yeah, it's too much stuff. There's a dog sticking his head out the window as they're driving by, barking at other cars. Okay, maybe he's barking at the bikes. Oh, somebody mentioned that I tend to be long-winded. Yeah, I am. We all know that. But I did remind him that, these are long rides. They're not short rides. And you got to talk about something. My wife says your videos are too long. Yeah, they are. Some of them are an hour long almost. She says you can cut them down to like 30 minutes. I says, yeah, but then that wouldn't be me. She says, well, then you can cut them down to 30 minutes and turn them into 2, 3, 4 parters. Nah, I don't want to do that either. It gets boring if I give you 4 days of the same ride, wouldn't you think? Sometimes I give you 2 days, I already feel like, they're seeing the same thing again. So I don't feel good with that. And so I just leave it run. You know, like I said, the way I look at it is, if you don't want to see it to the end, you could always turn it off. If you want to pick it up later, you can pick it up later. YouTube will continue where you left off. I'm sure most of you guys know that. Maybe some of you don't. Like if you watched, let's say it's a 60-minute video. You watch 20 minutes and say, yeah, that's enough for today. Yeah, turn it off. And then tomorrow you come back to it and you turn it on. It'll start up right where you left off. So you can watch Russ's Ride anytime you want. You know, watch it in the morning, turn it off, watch it at night. But if I make the videos only 30 minutes long, you don't have an option. All you get is the 30 minutes, that's it. Nothing else to watch. So that's why I do my long videos. Now, she says it may turn people off, they may not even want to watch it. That's true. When I see videos that are like an hour long, I said, forget it. I don't even want to turn it on. There are people who will do that. And it'll turn some people off. I go, well, oh well. I said, there's others that like my long rides, so I let them see it. So that's how I do it. I let it run. I talk and talk and talk, and then you can decide whether you want to watch the whole thing or not. Now, I will say this: if you turn me off and don't come back to it, you might miss some good information, because sometimes I do talk about things that are kind of important, and it happens at the end of the video or somewhere in the middle of the video. And the titles of the videos are hard to say too. You know, if I said, oh, this title is about whatever, and it happens at the end of the video, they'll say, well, you blabbed on for 50 minutes before you got to the purpose of the video. There is no purpose of my videos. I just talk about what things are on my mind while I'm riding. And if one topic seems to be the predominant thing we've talked about, the title of the video might be topic titled to that, and it might not come up for like 20 minutes. So yeah, I get those comments that, you know, you're just long-winded and boring. Well, sorry. And as people said, you know, don't let those comments get to you. They don't really get to me anymore. I've learned that people are going to say stuff like that, but it affects your day, of course. Where are we going? What is this? Oh, this is back to Oakton Street again. Yeah, you guys recognize, you know, this general area too. I think we're probably back into Arlington Heights again. Local guys have commented that they like seeing things that they recognize. Yeah, I mean, if you live in Arlington Heights and you watch Russ's Ride, you'll recognize some of these things, right? Or if you live in Schaumburg or wherever we happen to be, right? You'll recognize it. One of our other viewers, who's a regular commenter on the channel, says, I think you seem to like riding streets better. Yeah, I kind of do. Yeah, I don't have to deal with people. I don't have to worry about people commenting. The only comment we have to worry about is the stopping issue, or the rolling stop issue at this point. But no, yeah, I can ride wherever I want. As long as I have side streets to ride on, I feel like I've gotten a ride in. I was outside, I did some stuff, did some pedaling. Some of it I don't pedal. A lot of times I don't pedal while I talk. I told you guys that. Sometimes I will pedal while I'm throttling. Like right now, you see my throttle is down, but if I can go down, I am pedaling while I'm throttling. I do both. That's because I'm too lazy to deal with the shifter. So I'll throttle to get myself through. And then I know I've got a lot of battery, so I'm not worried about the range. Yeah, I'm not your typical rider. Let's go this way. I know eventually if I keep going, I'm going to run into a big street over there. I was trying to avoid. Probably should have turned the other way. Nope, can't turn there. That's a business entrance to something. Well, I think we're going to run into the big street here. What is this road? Oh, that's Euclid. I don't really want to take Euclid. But it looks like we're gonna. Well, Northwest Highway up there, I don't want to do that either. I did Northwest Highway coming back when I picked up the Chinese food. I didn't put on my map. I took some roads that I didn't really want to take. I'm gonna turn off somewhere if I can once I get on it. And so it took me to Northwest Highway, and I really hate taking Northwest Highway. I mean, even the name, highway. It's not highway, but that's just what it's called. Even the name was one I didn't want to do. So we are on Northwest Highway, but I'm gonna pull off on one of the streets on the side once we get closer to one. Here's one. Let's take it. Now, certain roads I just don't want to be on with the cars. You take these residential side streets, you don't have any problems. Still riding. I don't need to see Forest Preserve every single time I go someplace. I can look at the houses. I'm perfectly okay with that too. Just being able to get out and ride around. Ride for the sake of riding. I think one of our commenters said, police should be happy I'm out on the road. I'm patrolling the streets. That's true. I'm not going to do anything other than call the police if I see something, but yeah, technically I am patrolling the streets. Alrighty. Looks like all the lawn maintenance guys are out. It's always tough because when they're blowing, all of that dirt and dust gets thrown up into the air and ends up in my eyes. We are back at Oakton Street. So I'm trying to rub the dust out of my eyes now. Yeah, I do feel we need goggles sometimes. Let's head back. Do I make an effort to stop? Yeah, I made an effort. Did I actually stop? No. But you can tell, you can tell if I'm slowing down. You can even just tell by listening. You can hear the whine in my whine in my voice. No, the whine in the tires. You can hear it gear up and gear down, right? And then you can sometimes hear the brakes being released, so you know the guy is making the effort at least. So I'm covering it to make sure if there's anything there, I can stop fully. If there's nothing there, I don't. Keep going. They should make that a law here in Illinois as well. That's how I think. I'll say this, the Rad Rover 5, responsiveness is not there compared to the Magicycle. It takes it a while to get up to the speed. It's a lot heavier bike at this point. I don't know why. I think the published weight on the two bikes are similar, but this bike is always more loaded down because of the batteries. The batteries add a lot of weight, those two triangle batteries. Carrying a bike lock adds weight, carrying all the tools. But I transfer tools back and forth. But I do have extra stuff in the pannier here that I don't carry on the other bikes. And that just keeps adding to the weight. So yeah, I'm not planning to get rid of the Rad Rover 5, even with the other bikes coming in. This is kind of my long-range bike because it is limited in its wattage usage. It gives me more range. I don't have the power. I don't have that ability. I don't have the better brakes or anything. I don't have any of that. But if I need to go a distance, this is my distance bike with the two batteries on it. And then if I can modify the Area 13 bike down the road, if I find I need to do it, I don't know if I will, I may not. But if I find I need to do it, I'll put a triangle battery on the rear rack of that. Now, I hit the brakes relatively hard. It took me that long to stop. Yeah, not so with the hydraulic. I can do it faster on the hydraulic. Somebody mentioned to me, they said that it was irresponsible for me to say that the hydraulics were better. No, I think the hydraulics are better. I do. I think the hydraulic brakes are better. I mean, just based on the way they react. I mean, I have hydraulic calipers on this one. I bought it from Bolton Ebikes, which is Area 13. Those are the Tech ones. It's actually branded Bolton Ebikes. That basically made it easier for me, but it didn't make it stop any better, really. Stops a little bit better, but not much. So you have to kind of factor that in. If you need this bike to stop, you got momentum from the weight of the bike moving forward that fast. And then you've got brakes that don't really stop as well. You got to factor that stuff in. So in an emergency pinch, could I stop on a dime? The answer would be no, I don't think so. So people would say, why don't you just upgrade the brakes if you're going to keep the bike? Well, who knows? Maybe I won't keep the bike down the road. I don't want to put more into it. And like I said, I've got a lot of other bikes I can ride if I need to. So it's just for the one instance where I may have to take it for distance, I'll just have to learn to live with it. I think I've done this ride so much that I don't really need the GPS anymore and still be able to remember certain things. Some areas I don't. Like I said the other day, it put me onto Northwest Highway because I didn't turn at the right street, and so to get back to a certain area you had to take the Northwest Highway. Yeah, that's why I usually will run the GPS even though I might not need it. It's kind of like just in case, you know, just in case. I know my memory's not the greatest. It doesn't hurt to have a just in case. So now that I've kind of worn into the battery a little bit, I think I will leave it uncharged when I get back, because I don't think I will be needing both batteries anytime soon. And if I end up leaving this and not using it for a while. I don't want to leave it at full charge. They said if you leave a battery past, say, a month, probably best to not have it at full 100% charge. You know, so many people have different takes on this whole battery issue thing. Sometimes you begin to wonder, who do you believe? But I do know that when they ship batteries to you, they don't usually ship it at 100%. Have you noticed that? All of the devices that you might have that have batteries, it's usually not at 100%. They always tell you to charge up before you put it to its first use. So there's got to be something in that, because they don't know if their product's going to be sold right away after it's manufactured. So that it might be sitting at 100%, and that's probably not good for the battery. So I'm thinking those who say that you should leave it at 75% is probably correct if you're leaving it for long term. Like, I have 2 of these triangle batteries. I don't need them all the time. I really only need that second battery when I do the botanic garden trip or something like that. So leaving it fully charged, probably not a good idea. That's what I'm thinking. Let me know if I'm wrong. Don't insult me. You voice your opinions, but you don't need to insult people, okay? Alright, I think we're good for the rest of this. Kind of a negative video today. If you like the video, though, feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys next time.